Welcome to the Rocky Mount Area Chamber Buzz. Today's guests are Julia Farmer, Vice President of Membership, and Ken Cheston, Membership Representative. Our show is proudly brought to you by Roger G. Taylor & Associates to share with you a lot of the wonderful things that the Chamber is doing for its members and for the Twin County area. Let's take a look at some recent events of the Chamber.
Say, Postal Annex.
Good morning. I'm David Combs, Mayor of Rocky Mount. I'm here this morning with George and Beverly Ellen, and we're here at their grand opening of their new business, the Postal Annex, at Westridge Village Shopping Center here in Rocky Mount, and we want to congratulate them on their new business here. If you come in their store, it looks fabulous, actually. It was the former home of Dean Gray's, and so all the nice woodwork and all that's still in here. But it's a great business here in this location, and if you have packages to mail, or if you have letters to send, or if you have gifts to get wrapped and sent out at Christmas time, this is the place to come. It's a great concept, and again, it's really needed, particularly in this part of town. But on behalf of the city of Rocky Mount, I do want to present this to George and Beverly. It just says, City of Rocky Mount, North Carolina, presented the Postal Annex, 3661 Sunset Avenue, on the occasion of our ribbon cutting and grand opening with best wishes. And this is from the Rocky Mount City Council and myself as mayor, and we wish you good luck. And certainly, if we can do anything for you at the city, please let us know, and I'll give that to you since she's holding the thing, and shake your hand there and congratulate you. And again, we're just appreciative that they are invested in Rocky Mount. They got a great concept here. This is a national franchise that they've invested in, and we wish them the best of luck. And I'm going to turn it over to Bill here and from the Chamber.
Thank you, David. Beverly and George, we, on behalf of the Chamber, the Board of Directors, and the staff, we congratulate you in stepping out in that entrepreneurial spirit. And I know, Beverly, you're an army of one right now, and you're excited about your new opportunity. It's an exciting time. We wish you the best of luck on behalf of the Chamber. And again, we appreciate you having us out here. We thank all the ambassadors coming out and supporting you for the ribbon cutting, and we wish you the best of luck. And if there's anything the Chamber can do on your behalf, please let us know. You want to say a few words tell us about your business?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate the support. Like you said, we offer UPS, FedEx, Post Office, and DHL office supplies and services, and we're excited to serve Rocky Mount.
And you've been here how long now?
2 months.
And your store's what size?
2,400 square feet.
Okay. Great store, great location, a lot of other products other than just being able to mail your packages or your letters and cards. They've got other things in here, office supplies that you can come in if you're running short and you're close by. So they got a variety of products in here as well as the postage that they provide. So again, come out to Postal Annex, and again, on behalf of the city and the Chamber of Commerce, good luck to you, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay.
We are so happy to have Ken and Julia here today. And Julia, you're the face of membership that people just immediately recognize, having been involved with the Chamber's membership for a long time. But although you told me you came here in bookkeeping originally?
I was the bookkeeper for about 5 years, and then they transitioned me into membership.
Was it that you just had too much personality to be contained in one office?
They were tired of having me behind doors.
Oh, okay.
My door was normally closed.
And as one who has the pleasure of seeing you around town, celebrating everything, ribbon cuttings, new members, everything, we are so really blessed to have you involved with the Chamber. And Ken, you've been here how long?
We've been here for 6 years.
In Rocky Mount?
Yes.
Okay. And love it here, I hope?
We do. We do.
Well, good. And how long have you been with the Chamber?
I've been with the Chamber since the first week in October of last year.
And you were brought on, Julia had a full plate for years and years and years, but as the chamber makes adjustments, makes changes, moves in different directions, tell us the reason and the wisdom behind why it was important to bring in somebody else to do what you do, and what do you do?
Well, I'll start with what I do, and my responsibilities are to go out and spread the word, if you will, to recruit new members, to make them aware of all of the good benefits and the good things that the chamber does in the community.
And have you enjoyed it so far, I hope?
Oh, indeed, indeed. It's one of the best jobs that I've ever had. There's always something new every day. It really keeps the adrenaline up.
And there are a lot of people who aren't members. I mean, I think we tend to think that a lot of the local businesses are members, but there are a lot of people who haven't seen the light and realized the importance not only to our community and our business community, but also who haven't seen how they can personally benefit from being a chamber member, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, I'm not a member, Ken. Go for it. Tell me why I need to join.
Well, every community has a chamber in some form or another, and chambers have been around since the 1500s.
Oh, they have?
Absolutely.
Yes, they have.
I believe the first one on record was started in Marseille, France. So the business community realizes that there is a need to come together and speak as one for issues that are important to the business community and to the community as a whole.
Well, that's right. How'd you learn that? I've never even heard that before.
I've done a lot of reading since I've been here on chambers, because in going out and speaking to people about the organization, I have to know what I'm talking about, and a little bit of history tends to add to the story. You know.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Julia, you seem to know that. Were you aware that Chamber's been around a really long time?
I was, and the Rocky Mount Area Chamber of Commerce goes back to 1903. We're starting in our 110th year.
Well, of course, and I said, pretend I'm not a member, or I'm not a member, tell me why I should be. Almonds has been a member forever. My late husband's father joined probably about the time it was formed. So,
just about.
So I'm sold on the chamber. But a lot of people don't really realize specific things, Ken and Julia, that they can do, that they get their money's worth. I mean, we've all got to make good investments.
Absolutely.
And so to give specifics of what people can do to take advantage of the chamber so it works for them, give some examples of that. Julia, let's let you start.
They need to become involved. They can sign up to be on committees. Right now, I need membership people. I need people to sign up to be on a membership committee. So
and what would they do if they were on the membership committee?
They would work with Amanda Bell and myself, maybe work with the ambassadors, or help us search for new programs for membership. I've got to come up with a new affinity program or benefit for my members before the end of the year, and they can help me find the source for that.
So they're not just fluff on the committee.
No.
You put them to work.
Yes, absolutely put them to work.
But so much of that putting them to work is they meet people and they get to talk to people. I know you and I are both on a couple of networking, or a Women's Professional Network, and I'm on Rocky Mount Business Builders. And they're my customers now.
Yeah.
And that's something that people don't need to sell short. If customers, and that's generally what we all need if we're in business, and that's the relationships and the networking. And even if somebody's shy, I have to say, if they meet you, Julia, you'll pull them right on in. They don't have to worry about that.
I hope so.
Ken, what's something else that people can do that would be beneficial?
Well, you mentioned a big point, being connected, getting connected to other business owners, to share ideas, good practices, and to be a part of the business community, because studies have shown that 63% of all shoppers would prefer to do business with someone who is a member of the chamber. They have a sense of confidence and familiarity.
And know that the person with whom they're doing business also is vested in the community.
Absolutely.
You've done research. I mean, I really like the starting back in the 1500s in Marseille, France, and that. Other statistics along that line? Because I find that really fascinating. Can you give us another piece of information that we might not know along that line?
Well, there's just a lot of information that I've learned from Julia and from Teresa since I've been here. So it's not that I can just spew it out. You know, it has to be
Relevant
natural
to what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Well, and so on a daily basis, do you learn of people who are not members and go out and call on them, or make appointments and go call on them?
I do. I have a prospect database, people who have been members in the past who are no longer members, new businesses. Those are the people that I target.
It's one of the things that you say when you approach people is that things are changing here because we have a new president. We have, of course, ever-changing board members, but there are a lot of changes that are taking place in the chamber that maybe someone who in the past has been a member might be intrigued to say, okay, and we're going to talk about after the break too, then when we come back, about the different categories that the cost has gone down for a number of people to attract more people, because it's in all of our best interest to have more people, because there are more people working together.
Absolutely.
To help the community. So with that would be something that probably you're telling people too, that there are changes. Let me tell you about some of the changes.
Oh, absolutely. As you mentioned, the economics have changed in that business is down, and for that simple reason, every business owner wants to maximize every dollar that they spend. They want to see a return on their investment. And the return on their investment in the chamber oftentimes can't be seen or quantified, but the investments that are made will benefit them in the long run, because we've got programs that are coming on stream, such as our new workers' comp program that the chamber has rolled out, our national Office Depot chamber program, where businesses are given discounts for being a member of the chamber. So those are some definite dollars that you can save.
So you might even get back the majority of what your investment is with that.
Absolutely.
Right there. Let's take a break and we'll come back and pick back up on this. Stay with us, please.
They can play any kind of music you want.
Great for our community.
It's a real treasure for Rocky Mount.
Wonderful swing music and orchestra music.
Everybody should come out.
Discover the Tar River Symphonic Band performing the classic music of Italy. Tar River Love It Live, March 21st, 7:30 at the Dunn Center. Tickets at duncenter.com or tarriverloveitlive.com.
Before we start back with a conversation with these wonderful people, I want to mention that we do want to thank Roger G. Taylor and Associates for sponsoring this show. And if you see Roger around town, tell him how much you appreciate it too. I really do. And talking about benefits of the chamber, the buzz has been a great way to get out information about what's going on here. And I think it's also a way for people to meet other chamber members, other people involved with the chamber, and hopefully give them ideas. I know when Sharon Macon and Amanda Bell were here talking about the ambassadors, they were really trying to recruit, because Sharon said that's a great way for people, sometimes stepping out of their comfort zone, but you know, once you get involved, people will just pull you right on in and help you know what to do and meet new people.
We have 40 really good ambassadors, and we're hoping to maybe add 10 or 15 more before the year's over with.
Because of all the new people that Ken's going to bring in that we'll need to have them.
Absolutely.
And ambassadors do call on the members and
do.
offer to help and try to get them engaged too, don't they?
They do.
They do.
Ken, there's some new membership categories. I remember in the past, one of the things, and did you know I chaired membership a long time ago? I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
But I've been involved in a number of membership campaigns. And one thing that we've had pushback on is the price, because we do have to, of course, as we talked about, are cognizant of that. But the price has been lowered. There's some new categories to help people, especially starting out, get their foot in the door. What's the base price for joining the chamber now for a regular business?
The base price would be $425, as Julia mentioned, but we have a few new segments of membership, or levels, if you will. One being the entrepreneur membership level, and that is designed to allow new startups membership access. So for 2 years, they pay the reduced rate of $225, and in the third year, it reverts back to the regular $425 entry level.
Maybe by then, because of their chamber membership, they will have grown so much that will not be. And what about nonprofits? What's the price for that, a nonprofit?
The nonprofit is $300, and that is a lowered price to allow nonprofits to access the benefits of the chamber.
And Julia, also there are a couple of the retired category, right, this year for the first time?
Yeah, individuals and retirees, and they can join for $125, and $25 of that $125 goes toward the purchase of a ticket to one of our events during the year.
Oh,
so,
good.
You know, they'll get part of it back, but it's almost free, because I mean it costs us that much to mail out any information more than that amount. So. We love our retired and individual members.
Well, and I love that so much is available on the internet now. The e-newsletters that go out are a terrific source of what's going on, and people can sign up for things online. So that probably has helped too with being able to lower the cost of membership. The events throughout the year, I know they're big draws. The annual meeting, 600 people to see our new governor. Wow.
Absolutely.
And our own Jim Gardner introduced him. And of course we've got Tom Tellis, who is from Tarboro, and who's the Stiff?
Tom Stiff.
Yeah, from Tarboro, and also Bill Daltrich are very involved in his cabinet.
Yeah.
So we're well represented in Raleigh.
We certainly were. That was a coup for us.
Oh, it was. Beyond that, what are some of the meetings that people can participate in throughout the year?
We have 4 legislative summits coming up, one of which was last week. So there'll be 3 more, and then there'll be an education forum later on in the year. We've got our small business banquet that will be coming up, I believe, in June, I think. And then I have my wonderful, I think it's wonderful, hot dogs out on the front lawn in July. And I think I'm going to have them, let's do some cornhole tossing while we're doing that this year, because I'm pretty good at cornhole. I could probably whip up on that.
That's why.
I like to play cornhole, and I'm very competitive. So
how do you play cornhole, Julia?
It's like you have a board and you throw a bag of corn, and you have to land it into that hole. You'll get 3 points for that. On the board is 1, and it can't bounce from the ground onto the board. It's got to land on the fly, and it's just a fun game.
Ken, we'll have to start practicing, don't you think? Getting ready for that.
And then we'll have our fall outing, and then we'll have our expo.
Shrimp and oysters out at Rose Hill.
Shrimp and oysters at Rose Hill. And Teresa wants to have the cornhole out there, so we're going to get a head start. Because I can't figure out how we can do it out at Rose Hill.
Now, the legislative forums. Of course, it's important that we all know of the issues affecting our community that then will filter down and help us. Talk about that a little bit, and either one of you is fine. Who comes, and What do we learn?
Well, they're going to be smaller, more intimate meetings. One last week was at the Holiday Inn, and I believe there were about 27 in attendance. Jim Gardner's going to be the speaker at the next one, so probably they'll open it up and maybe have more than 40 or 50 people at it. I don't know who the speakers are. We haven't gotten them for the next ones, but it's going to be good speakers, and you need to.
It's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how can one take a stand or even lobby for things without being well informed? And so those are good ways to be well informed. And I have to say, the Small Business of the Year banquet, when people join the chamber, and a person is not eligible for that award without being a member of the chamber, but that's huge recognition. Many different categories. Startup, I think they have the rookie, which would be the startup. There's a downtown business of the year. There's
woman in business.
There's the Small Business of the Year. A family for longevity business of the year. That's just a great way to have exposure and have advertising in the community. So, Ken, we got about 1 minute left. Do you want to tell people how they can get in touch with you if they're sitting here and thinking, well, I just need to be a member and he hadn't called me yet?
Absolutely. I can be reached here at the Chamber at area code 252-973-1210. Or I can be reached on my cell phone at area code 252-544-6025.
And I would think it would be just really nice to have you come and call on people and just answer their questions, avail to them all the opportunities they have in joining, and then sign up. Julie, do people have to pay all at once? I know I've recently
No, they do not.
worked with a nonprofit and they wanted to see if they could spread it out.
We can set them up on a monthly draft. They pay two months in advance, and then the third month the draft will start. Or they can pay quarterly or semi-annual. And I mean, even though we love to get it all at once, we're happy to get it any way that we can.
Well, and cognizant of that a lot of people, especially the entrepreneurs even included, well, for everybody, it's sometimes easier to do it that way.
And I must say that it was my lucky day when Ken came and applied for the job, because he really has been an asset to the Chamber.
Well, I can
and
certainly see that.
Enjoyed working with him, and I look forward to working with him for years to come.
I think y'all are a super team.
We're ebony and ivory.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on Friday.